Look, I'm confident. I'm a much bigger guy than Terence Crawford, and I think I've got the style to upset him. So if that's the fight I have to take, I'll take it.
There's no plan in the ring. We're not friends in the ring. I don't want to be your friend. So when I get in that ring, it's all or nothing.
Another marquee matchup between two unbeaten welterweights. Two fighters who each have something to prove and a statement to make.
Terence Crawford is the next guy. Most people who follow the sport closely have his name on the tip of their tongue.
One moving up in weight, the other simply proving his worth.
I cleared out 135, cleared out 140. Now it's time to do the same at 147.
Yeah, definitely. It's I guess if you win once, they might call it a fluke, but if you win twice, they go, oh, hold on a second, this guy might actually be pretty good.
Jeff Horn is a very underrated guy. He's a heavy underdog here, but let me tell you, he's in phenomenal shape. He's come here to win. In his mind, there's no way that he thinks he's going to lose.
Horn, with only one fight since his controversial win against Manny Pacquiao, aims to prove that he's the real deal and belongs in the ring against the very best. Crawford, considered by some as the best fighter in world boxing today, makes his 147-pound debut and aims to make an immediate impact by putting away the Australian. Both fighters filled with confidence with two undefeated records on the line. So as the saying goes, someone's O has to go.
Try to do this, they try to intimidate, but it isn't going to work here. It'll fall on deaf ears. Once the bell goes ding, none of that's going to matter.
With plenty to say, both fighters claim to be coming for the knockout. Talk which, to say Horn has only recently been catapulted to world level, tells us that he plans on staying right where he is, that he has no fear to once again step in against one of boxing's best.
I think the winner of this fight between Jeff Horn and Terence Crawford will be considered the big superstar of the welterweight division.
However, Jeff Horn of Queensland, Australia, is not your average world champion. A former school teacher turned former Olympian turned world beater. Horn's rise to the top has been a true Rocky story. After gambling on the opportunity of a lifetime against Pacquiao last year, Horn proved he had the heart and warrior spirit to pull off the unthinkable.
Great start here from Horn.
First round over, just about, and you've got to say, Barry, first round to the challenger.
Oh, without the touch.
This early stage is just to get his range.
Well, I think he's
body shot.
He's also struggling with a bit of the length.
Horn has got it!
Champion of the world! The fighting pride of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia! Jeff the Hornet!
Let's do it. I'm ready. I want to take on those big names.
However, by the end of the fight, the majority believed that he had fallen well short of victory. The Filipino then canceled the rematch, sitting out the rest of 2017, giving Horn chance to put in another defense at the end of 2017 against Gary Corcoran.
Walked into another painful right hand there, Corcoran. And I think he stopped it. Has he stopped the fight? Yep, it's all over.
Doing enough to win the rounds, he eventually stopped his opponent in the 11th.
Still, the WBO welterweight champion of the world.
Now, in what would once again be considered the toughest bout of his career, he faces his mandatory opponent, one of boxing's biggest names.
A lot of people have said Pacquiao was potentially, at the back end of his career, which is true. Whereas I can't remember ever a fighter in Australia taking on the #1 pound-for-pound guy in the world for the welterweight title of the world. So it's a massive fight for Australian boxing, and Jeff can bring this home.
Crawford is a lightweight, bro. I'm telling you, people are sleeping on this guy Horn. Crawford is a lightweight, and this guy Horn fights in a very physical manner. When you're the naturally bigger guy, and you fight in that physical of a manner, I'm telling you, the smaller guy starts to feel it as the rounds go by. Don't let the Manny Pacquiao bullshit fool you, trust me.
Some people feel he didn't beat Manny. I didn't actually see the fight, but it's going to take a special guy to beat Terence Crawford.
He's smart, he's got speed, he's got pop. He's just complete a fighter as you have in the world today.
He can box, he can bang, he switches stances, he's smart in the ring, and he wins.
Hailing from Nebraska, USA, Terence Crawford has proven to be nothing short of excellent since his debut 10 years ago. With almost twice as much professional experience as the Australian, and plenty of big names to go with it. Held in the highest regard by some of today's biggest names, he finds himself on the short list to be a king of the new era.
I mean, when I sparred him before, you know what I'm saying? When I sparred him the first time, it was no joke. He whooped my ass the first time I sparred him. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, who the hell is this kid? You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew right away he was a different breed, a different quality of a fighter, man. I knew he was A grade, prime.
Crawford returns from a hand injury after originally postponing the bout, though securing a place in the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world as of May 2018. Terence Crawford has his eyes set on clearing out the 147 division completely.
Every fighter have their own flaws, and I'm willing to exploit each fighter's flaws when we get in the ring.
However, with such names as Spence, Thurman, and Garcia in the mix, it may be easier said than done. As for June 9th, in somewhat of a lose-lose situation, nothing except a dominant win will suffice.
Horn will last 1 round. Horn will last 1 round.
I think Jeff Horn lasts. Jeff Horn's tough. Jeff Horn is very strong and prepares himself very well, and is gonna give Crawford a tough fight.
Jeff Horn he's a good scrappy type of fighter. He's tough, but you can't just be tough to fight Terence Crawford. You have to have a little more than just toughness.
Experience aside, on paper, not a lot separates the two. Both 30 years of age. It could be the 2-inch reach advantage that could set Crawford apart. However, a decent puncher and a natural welterweight, Horn will be happy to make a scrap of it.
Look, he's never fought a guy that my size, for starters, and he's never fought someone of my caliber before. Yeah, look, I think I fight better as the underdog, to be honest.
Crawford's ability to switch hits seamlessly from orthodox to southpaw has become one of his signature attributes. However, against Horn's rough and rugged style in a new weight class, it might not be such easy work as people think.
Set a trap, step back, get him to reach his back, catch him with that right hook. Once he does that, switch to orthodox, he's got the left hook available, catch him going, back, back, back. And then send him going back to Australia asleep.
You know, had a good fight against the old Pacquiao. I don't think there's anything special about him. There's definitely something special about Terence Crawford.
No fight is a tune-up fight for me. I take every fight like it could be my last. Jeff Horn is a champion. Can't take nothing away from him.
I'm just comfortable, I'm confident, and I'm just getting ready to go in there, and I've done the work.
I just think that Horn is going to go in there and try to put on all this pressure, and Crawford's going to break him down anyway.
I see a victory. He's going home with no belt, and it's going to be a stoppage.
A stoppage? A late stoppage or early?
Mid rounds, probably about 7.
Tune into the fight. It's going to be exciting. If you haven't watched me before, if you've just heard comments, tune in and watch what I can do, because I'll be throwing surprises out there.
Horn's first appearance in the USA will be another opportunity to prove everyone wrong. With Crawford's glimmering recent performances, stopping 7 of his last 9 opponents, this weekend at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas sees a clash of 2 very different fighters. One performing with expectation on his shoulders, and one performing just how he likes it, against all odds.